What's good, citizens? Welcome to a brand new episode of Popcorn 10 Podcast. It's brought to you by Popcentral. Thank you so much for joining in and being part of the show. It's always a great time showing up here, talking movies, and just chatting with some of your faves across the movie industries, from producers, actors, makeup artists, and everybody who is who in the Nigerian movie industry, and of course, beyond. Now, today I am joined by one of Nigeria's finest actor. In fact, if you say people where they're hot now, top two and not even number two, I'm sure this guy's name would literally come up. He's worked so hard in the movie industry, and just recently he was awarded Trailblazer of the Year by the African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, please stand up and clap as we welcome the one and only phenomenal Trailblazer, Chimezie Imo. Hey.
Thank you for having me.
How are you feeling, Trailblazer?
I feel great.
I know, like this Trailblazer thing should literally be part of your name on your bio or something. Chimezie Trailblazer Imo.
I know, right?
And I'm just very excited for you, really. And I'm sure you've probably heard this like 1 million times since the last, week since you were given this award. Just walk me through how the experience has been for you so far.
Wow, it's been surreal, honestly. I'm just grateful. Sometimes I still pinch myself. Like, I remember calling my manager last night. I'm like, David, I won, right? It happened, right? He said, hey, are you okay? Of course you did. I'm just very grateful to have felt seen. I mean, that's the height for me. I felt like people recognized my work. And the support has been immensely incredible. I can't even believe that people were rooting for me that much. Makes me feel great.
Did you think you were going to win the award?
I had no idea. I mean, because you don't get nominated for the Trailblazer.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a nomination for the award.
But I told you on Friday.
We met on Friday.
I told you, are you ready for your award?
He said so. He said so. But I just try not to have expectations. So I just showed up to, support the entire Breath of Life, team who had the highest wins that night.
Yeah, of course, as you should. What are you saying? As you should. There's been backlash though on Breath of Life, like, the film. Do you really think it deserves to win the award? What do you have to say about all of that?
I haven't. I mean, I just thought people look. Whoever wins deserves to win. That's what I always say. It could have been anyone. And it's number of jury who we do not know, who sat down and thought, the Trailblazer should be from Breath of Life. The actor should be from Breath of Life. Supporting actor should be from Breath of Life. Supporting actor, that has never happened.
Listen,
in history.
I was just sitting, I was just like, yo, this is crazy.
It is wild. It has never happened in the history of the AMVCA where the film gets all the acting category they were nominated in,
That's crazy, guys. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's go back a bit to the nominations. When you were not nominated, especially for, Best Lead Actor, did you feel a certain kind of way, to be honest?
I tried not to watch the nomination, but I got calls or people felt a certain way because they felt I should have been nominated.
Me too.
And I was happy that it felt that way. It meant that they see my work, but again, it's an award. I don't know what the people in charge of the nomination is seeing, but like I told them, someone, a very close friend of mine, said, "No, be my papa get MVCA.
Last.
They say they no go. Who am I? We just keep going, just keep working. I'm all about the work. For me, I'm all about the work. I'm all about just putting in the work. Award or no award.
Yeah, your speech was so emotional, and people just say, "Oh my God, he's such an emotional man." It felt like it came from your heart. Like, was it a place of gratitude, or was it just a place of, listen, I can't believe this is happening right now?
So I didn't know what I said until I saw the clip.
Is it?
When someone said you were crying, I was like, I was. Oh my God, why? And I watched, and I'm like, oh no, I was ugly crying. I looked like a mess. And the whole world is watching, and I'm looking like this. No, I thought my very first acceptance speech was going to be well, prim and proper, speaking a lot of English, and I'm here bawling my,
shedding tears.
Yes, because when I was seated, and how it's done, my bio was being
read out.
So when it started,
let me tell you something. What happened here? I was sitting with Comfort Booth, Real Housewife of Abuja, and so when Bisola and Lala showed up, I just knew. Listen, this is a Trailblazer, and I told Comfort, listen, they're about to call my guy. Chimezie is taking this, and brought up my phone and I started
Oh.
recording immediately. And she was like, "How are you so sure? Like, bro, there are no nominations for this, you know." And then it started with his from Imo.
Yeah.
And then when it started saying he used to dance, I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know this guy used to dance. You know, I began to have a little bit of doubt. You know, and then when they mentioned the truth, I'm like, forget it. It's
That's
him.
how I felt when
you know.
when my seat was called, my local government. I'm like, who's this? Okay, maybe it's some other actor, maybe in the east, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and then it got to a point. I'm like, oh no. When they said he used to dance, I'm like, not everyone knows this
Yeah.
about my dance crew back then in the boot. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoever is saying this is me, and I bowed my head on my seat and I was crying. And they called my name. I couldn't stand. Olumide and some other guys around me. It really pulled me up to walk out. I couldn't even stand because I couldn't believe it.
It's such a full circle moment, you know,
Yes.
because I mean, you've worked really hard, to be honest, and really shout out to your friends, you know, Emeka.
I love Emeka. Tell me why.
Emeka told me one, the rest, yo, those guys. I mean, watching the videos now is just funny to
Just
me.
funny.
Well, on the day it wasn't funny because
Yeah.
I was emotional too, like, you know, but watching them literally cry on stage just shows like brotherhood and support and, you know, all of that from Kasala. You guys did
Yes, we go
Kasala
way back.
together,
We go way, way
you know, and so just seeing all of you just winning like that is just, you know, a thing of joy. At the end of the day, what is one thing you took home from just winning the award, apart from the plaque itself? What is that one thing that, you know, you took home personally?
I think
You know,
anything is possible, and hard work actually does pay.
Mm.
You know, I've been an advocate for hard work. I remember always coming to Lagos from school to audition. You know, I didn't know. I wasn't trying to know who was who in the industry to have them fix me up. You know, I just wanted to show myself, and I felt the only way I could do that was through auditions. You know, so I was an audition whore. You could call me that. I went to every and any audition. Listen, I went to an audition for beauty pageant one day and I did not even know.
Oh my God.
Yes. I didn't read all the info. I just saw an address, audition an address, and I went there and I saw tall, skinny girls. And I said, sorry, what's going on?
Are you serious?
I'm so sorry. I'm like, damn, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong place. You know, so that's how bad it was. I just felt that was the only way I was going to be seen, and it's I think it's paying off.
Yeah. So you've always really wanted to be a superstar.
I always wanted to be an actor, not a superstar. I just wanted to. I think it's one of my purpose on this earth to tell stories. Yes, and that's all I just want to do. You know, for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Talking about telling stories, I think you just recently produced your first film.
Yes.
Yeah. How did that go for you?
Ooh, strawberry chini. Yes.
Yeah, Strawberry Chini.
Yeah, I opened a company with my partner Kile, and we did our first feature, Strawberry Chini, and it was a very small film. We didn't have so much money,
Yeah.
you know. We did something small, and it got selected for the Essence Black Film Festival.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, and we were shocked. We didn't even believe that, and you know, we're like, you know what? We've had that trailer long. We're like, because I didn't like it. I felt.
It wasn't up to standard, you know.
Understand, I didn't like it. You know how creatives, you know, we're
Yeah.
always so very critical of our work.
Yeah.
You know, so Kele was like, if Essence think it's good, then who are we not to think it's okay? So we put it out there, and it's the response. It's been good. It's been
Yeah.
crazy.
Let's talk about your dancing career. Listen, personally, yeah, I didn't know that there was anything like a dancing career for you. But I've always known you were artistic. I just didn't know, you know, you had dancing in your pockets. You know, talk to me about that.
Ooh, when I look, I've been around, look, and I've been around, and I'm very sure with time, people would get to see other sides of me aside from acting that I have not had the opportunity to show. I used to head a dance group actually back then.
Stop
I'm not
it.
playing. Like we used to go for Multina dance audition that year. You know, no, I'm not playing. I mean, I've lost touch, but it used to be a thing. People in Abuja used to know me for that. So when I started acting, people were like, you're an actor. We thought you were going to be the next, you know. So yeah, and I'm hoping to, you know,
That's crazy.
dive into
What kind of
that.
dances do you used to do?
Don't ask me that.
I want
Please.
What kind of dances do you used
You
to
would
do?
see. I mean, I am. I wouldn't say I was, because once a choreographer is, I think it's always a choreographer.
Come on.
So yeah, I am a choreographer.
Interesting. So what kind of dances do you used to choreograph? You choreograph for everything.
Yeah, everything, anything, you know, anything and everything. I wasn't the best though, but
So
I
hip
used to-
hop,
yeah, hip hop,
Afro
contemporary,
African contemporary.
yes, African contemporary, yes.
Did you do any plays like that? You know, that has to do with dancing and stuff.
Yeah, I've done one in school, and I haven't done stage in so long, and I'm hoping that I get an opportunity to do that. You know, where I get to sing, because I used to. Yeah. Listen.
What?
MTN Project Fame 2020 or something. I was the top 20 in Abuja.
Oh my God.
Yes, I remember that. People do not know all of this.
What?
Yes.
So you sang?
Yeah, I sang.
And you also used to dance. Do you still sing?
I still sing.
Wow.
Yeah, I still sing.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. That's just wow. Like, people never really see layers. It's funny how one thing just blows you up and then people don't know, you know, the other things that you used to do. This is interesting to me, you know. What? That's wild. Singing, dancing. What other artistic form do you express with?
Yeah, and acting, and I tell people they're all intertwined as an actor.
Absolutely.
It's all together.
Absolutely.
You know, you just have to tap into it.
Yeah,
you know?
I
Actors
agree.
sing, singers dance, dancers act.
I
know.
agree. What'd you do in school?
I'm applied ecology. I'm a science student. I always knew. Look, as at the age of 7,
What are you
I
doing
knew
in
I
science?
wanted to act, but I knew I wanted to study science. So even when people were like, "Why don't you go to theater art?" I'm saying, "No, I don't want to study theater art. I love."
Why?
I'm a very curious person. I've always wanted to know what's up with this science. Like what's up with it? Like tell me, you know. So I knew I could act, quote unquote, at that time, but I didn't know anything about science, and I wanted to learn about it. So, you know, I studied applied ecology, you know, about the earth, you know, the ecosystem, global warming, and all of that.
That's just, you know, wild.
I don't have any formal acting
Background.
or
So you haven't
training.
gone to any like acting school?
No, not yet, probably. So.
You have plans to?
Yes, I do have plans.
What school do you want to go?
I'm not certain yet, but probably somewhere in the US or in India. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm very fascinated with their filming style in India.
India?
Yes.
Oh yeah, oh right, because there was
Bollywood.
dancing in it, you know, and then there's singing, a lot of singing in it.
Yes,
you know.
they have a way of combining all the arts
Yeah.
together.
So I mean, you definitely would take on a role that would make you dance and
Yes.
sing and
Yes.
act. Producers, directors, what are you doing? Listen, write a story, let him dance, let him act, let him. You know, we don't really have. I don't think we really have like a dance movie in the country yet. I haven't really seen any. I'm trying to remember, or like a musical, proper musical. I remember on Nome, the musical, but like we don't really have like a lot of that. And it would just be nice to see somebody play. You know, all of
Coyote
that.
Kasum did
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to say on Nome. It's not. It's,
No,
that's
no.
Finding on Nome. I remember it with
yes.
Nancy Sime
Yes,
and
yes,
Dara Simi.
Dara, I thought
I
that was
remember
also a
it.
good one,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't remember the name, but you know, I definitely remember it. How old are you?
I'm 31.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, do people pass you for Gen Z though?
Oh yeah, people think I'm
I'm a child. I'm a child.
child.
Interesting. At the end of the day, yeah, what is that one thing that you're hoping that Chimezie Imo is able to achieve, you know, when all is said and done?
I think it's just setting goals and, you know, squashing them. For me. Set goals, squash. It never ends. You know, so I put a mind to do something and I get it done. I put a mind to do something, I get it done. You know, that's it for me.
What's been the hardest goal for you to actually smash?
Ooh. I wasn't going to say winning an AMVCA. I've always thought of that. I mean, I didn't know it was going to happen this early. I thought maybe in 4 years' time, you know, but it happened earlier than I thought.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just a testimony to say anything is possible and anything can happen at any time and at the right time. I remember being nominated last year, you know, and not winning, you know, and feeling some kind of way, of course, you know. But I had no idea God had this in store for me, you know.
God,
so it's just waiting for your time, you know. In His time, He makes everything beautiful, you know. But just keep putting in the work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think you have enemies in the industry?
I have any
Do you think you have enemies in the industry?
enemies?
Yeah.
Do I?
I'm asking you.
I do not know.
You don't know that.
I do not know.
You've not heard anything. You've not seen anything. You don't think there's anybody somewhere who's just like, this guy. I beg.
I mean, there should be.
You don't know of anyone?
I don't know of anyone. I don't know of it, but I think there should be. I would be disappointed if there's not. I mean, I think there should be because even your breathing is pissing someone off. you're looking fly is pissing someone off.
Yeah.
It's not about you. There's nothing you can do about it.
I agree.
Yeah, so there should be,
Yeah.
But we'll all be okay.
Yeah. What's the meanest thing anybody's ever said to you?
The meanest, would I call it mean? I wouldn't call it this mean because it's not even true. That I'm ugly. Come on. Like, say anything else. I saw it on Twitter.
Oh my God.
On Twitter.
Someone said it in the comments. Oh, their text was really
And I was
bad.
like, really? Say something else. I'm short. I'm 5'8". You can say that. I would say yes. I'm not tall, but ugly.
You're not that short, really.
Ugly.
This guy is so fucking
Really?
She was there, please, please. I mean, but have you ever had any of the comments like, oh, you're not a great actor, or you will never be a great actor, or any of, for instance, for myself, somebody had told me that I would never be on TV. This like years ago. Well, I would, for me, things like that kind of like, push me. So has anybody ever said something like that to you?
Yeah. I remember a director a couple of years ago saying I would not make it in Nollywood.
Ha!
And that was because I was close to a girl that he kind of liked on set. And we just pals, we just close, and I had no idea. Someone told me, and I just smiled. Okay. But
Yeah.
I'm very sure he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it from me. I think maybe he was just angry. He didn't. Probably didn't mean it.
Where are you though? I mean, he just got his Trailblazer award. Like, what's up?
So I hear people. I mean, it's okay for people to like you said. When people say I can't do something, that's when I want to do them.
Yeah, I do it twice and send you pictures.
Yes, that's when I want to do them. So I got to a point in my career where I started loving no's. I started loving to get no's because every time you tell me no, I push so hard and I get a yes. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I've had so many auditions, like so many big films that that I was close to playing, but it didn't happen.
I feel you.
But when that didn't happen, something else happened and it was good.
Yeah. So how'd you deal with, auditions where you do not get a yes from? How'd you deal with that? I mean, a role you really wanted to play and then it just doesn't come. Maybe it's an original, maybe on whatever streaming platform. How do you deal with that? Because I know that as a creative, one of the hardest things as a creative is actually just getting a no.
Yeah.
Like you really want this thing to happen and then it just doesn't happen and then it goes to somebody else. Not because that person is better than you, but it just doesn't come to you. How to deal with all of that?
But like I said, I've gotten so used to getting no's, and they're not the prettiest thing.
No.
Especially for me, and I got so used to it because I started getting no's, in the hardest form. So I schooled in Bauchi State.
Oh.
Abubakar Tafabalewa University.
Interesting.
And while in school, I would take a night bus to Lagos to audition, and I would get a no, and I would take another night bus back to Bauchi. So imagine that kind of no. What no do you want to tell me again in this life that will move me? Like, do you understand this scenario? So
crazy.
I got no's in the hardest form, So, and each time I would say, no, I'm not going to do this again. And I find myself in another Ekene Dilichukwu.
Shout out to those bosses.
And I'm back to Lagos again. And sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't. And if there's one thing I wish I knew then that I know now is that it's never personal. Those no's are not personal. It was just not for you. It's not your time. It's just,
and it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
You just keep trying again and go harder.
What was your first film?
My first film, that would be Learning Curves.
Oh.
Learning Curves. And it was produced by Chris Ode.
Ooh.
So Chris Ode and I, that was in Abuja.
Interesting.
Yes, Chris Ode, Ivy Okujaye was in it, Jim Ike was in it. And Mr. Chris and I, we never worked after Learning Curves. We never worked until Choke. That got me my first AMVCA nomination.
Yeah. The one with Daniel.
Yes. So it's just crazy,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. What?
Years ago.
That's a long time ago. Long time ago. But which would you say has been your most memorable movie apart from Breath of Life?
Every film that I have done have been memorable to me. I know a lot of actors say this, but I actually do mean this because they've come with different experience for me as a person and as an actor. I could start with MTV Bay Sugar. I remember getting to the final stage and getting a no, and they said I was not going to be part of the show. And a day to the show, they called me back to the office. Apparently, one of the directors had said, if this guy is not in the project, I will not be directing. So I go on set the day, and
That's a
everybody
lot of pressure.
to see me.
That's a lot of pressure. Like, yo,
Yes.
I'm here. What?
And I go on set, and everyone is shocked. What happened? I'm like, I don't know, So that came with its own. And Nimbe also, I wasn't cast as Nimbe, of course. I wasn't cast as Nimbe. I was cast as Nimbe's friend Ralph, and we go to Ibadan to film. And we're filming the first scene, and director goes, Chimezie, can I see you for a second? It's not working. You have to be Nimbe. And they take me to the barber shop. I'm not playing.
Stop.
They rush me to the barber. Like, production there's a halt, like 5 hours wait. Go to the barber shop, cut my hair, cut my beard. I had a few hours to get into Nimbe character. Come back to set, and there's a switch.
How did he feel?
I don't know. So every job I've done have had their own experience. I've had different experience for as an actor and life that have told me that I'm in the right path. And Choke, of course, one of my most challenging role. I didn't know I could do the things that I did for Choke. I was not a cat lover. I'd never touched a cat in my life.
Are you serious?
Yes, and when they said the character was a cat dad, I had to live with this cat in my house for about 5 days. I had to lose some pounds because it was a sickle cell character. I did things that I didn't know I could do, and that experience really, really shaped me, as a human being, and told me that, look, there's actually nothing you cannot do if you set your mind to do.
Yeah.
And then Breath of Life, of course.
Yeah.
Breath of Life, of course.
Breath of fresh
I
air.
got the audition. I got an email to come for the audition. I didn't know what it was. Shout out to Demi Bawo, who sent my name for the audition, by the way. And
Demi.
Yes, Demi did. And it was clashing on my birthday, so I sent an email saying I was not going to attend because I had plans. At that time with my partner. At that time I was dating, who served me breakfast, by the way, later on. Sorry for another day. So
that's what you for me.
So I remember waking up that morning of my birthday, and I heard a voice that said I should go. So I cancelled every plan and I went. And they were surprised to me. I'm like, we thought you were not coming. I was like, yeah, I'm here. And I auditioned. And after auditioning, 4 months later, Bibi calls me to tell me the news.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about Breath of Life, but let me just quickly go back. Can you guess what my favorite performance of you is? Just, whatever film. Just randomly.
Could it be Kasala?
It has to be The Trade.
What? I'm sorry, what?
The Trade.
I didn't say anything.
But that's it.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. I'm telling you. It's crazy. Like, when I think about it, I'm just like, what? When you really did not have to. That's for me. That's just the thing about acting. Like, when you don't even, there's some roles that you don't have to even speak. But it says so much. That was when I just like, nah, this guy is a freaking good actor.
Wow.
That is literally one of my favorite performances of you ever. It was so good. And I keep telling people all the time, sometimes it's not about the person who takes the lead.
Right.
It's not about the person who's taking whatever role it is you're given or whatever role it is you find to play, just play it all out. The Trade, I was just like everybody literally brought it. I'm not going to lie. The Trade, till today, I keep saying, I tell people that in Nollywood, one of the best films I've ever seen is The Trade, because it was properly done. And what's even crazy is because the film was actually released 2-3 years after it was filmed.
It was released about 7 years after it was filmed. Not even 7 years. We thought it was never going to come out. At some point, we all give them okay, it's never going to come out. And 6, 7 years later.
Crazy. Came out last year.
Yeah, came out last year.
Right? Last year.
Yeah.
Last year.
Early
last year, started doing, and it was just, it was too beautiful. It's too good. And that's the thing about good stories, Shout out to Jade. Such a great direction.
I want to work with her again.
Yeah, it was just great to see, everybody come out in their elements and stuff. We're going to talk extensively about Breath of Life and that character you played and everything that comes with it. But we have to go on a very quick break first. When we are back, conversations about Breath of Life, what's in the future for Chimezie, and of course, all the other tits here and that, right here on Popcorn 10. Stick around and go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's your Popcorn 10 right here, Pop Central, of course. My name is Grandprince and Chimezie Imo is still here. Chimezie, how far now?
I'm good.
How are you feeling?
Good.
How's the thing in Igbo? Kedu? Do you speak proper Igbo?
A little.
What do you mean?
I know.
You didn't grow up in...
No. I was born in Lagos. I grew up in the north. And all my Igbo friends were non-Igbo speaking.
Igbo.
Yes, Igbo. So it was crazy.
That's sad.
Yes, sad.
But you speak Hausa?
Kadang.
Kada. I love it. Do you speak Yoruba though?
A little. For film purposes, yeah.
What is your problem? So what you speak
Oh,
then?
my English and my pidgin all the way. But I'm looking forward to doing an indigenous film,
Yeah.
That
Would you do a full Igbo film? Like
I
speak
would
Igbo
do
from
it,
the
yes.
beginning to the
I
end?
would do it.
Guys, I really want to have epics come back.
Yes.
Like proper epics, not the one... not the one that should... Not the, quote-unquote Asaba ones.
Right.
Proper epic films that actually go to the cinemas or go to streaming platforms, where they're all dressed in that outfit, I mean, those days, it was really good.
Yeah.
I would really love to see that.
Amazing stories.
Yeah, with great stories and maybe indigenous stories as well. It would be great. And then cast people, of course, who are doing great, like that. Let's talk about Breath of Life real quick. If you haven't seen Breath of Life by now, you probably live under the rock. But I mean, you can still actually go check it out. It's showing on Prime Video, so go check it out and let us know what your thoughts are. But Breath of Life, starting with the fact that it won the most awards at this year. At some point, I was just like, you know what? Just keep them on stage, okay? Let them be on stage, and when you call the award, they just walk in, get the awards, and keep it going. I'm sure that experience filming it was a great experience for you.
Yeah,
your character was a very, very interesting character, stammerer, and a timid but outspoken young man at the same time. What did it take for you to get into character?
When BB sent me, when I had gotten the script and he sent me the script. I remember reading that script, and I'm not even kidding. I read the script and I cried at the end. And I don't think any script has made me shed a tear while reading. So when during the premiere, when the whole hall was bawling,
Everybody
in
was
tears,
crying.
I'm like, it only makes sense why I was crying when I read the script. It was such a crazy story.
Yeah.
Like how, and I needed. I knew for this to work, and like I always do, I try not to act. So I just try to be this person. So I am not practicing how I'm going to do a scene. I'm not practicing how I'm going to speak. I'm not practicing how I'm going. I asked BB, who is Elijah? He sent some information, and I sent him a bundle of information that I thought he was. I'm like, I think he's this person. He went to this school. There was some underlying information that was not in the script. I think he attended the school, graduated in this year. He's an orphan. So how did he grow up?
Pipe boy.
Yes, yeah. So I made that up too.
Is it?
Yeah, no, it was not.
Why?
Because we've had a lot of lead characters who are, either the Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba. I'm like, how about he's from this? Okay, he said, okay, fine, it could be from here. So I added a surname. It was not in the script, and I added a middle name for him just to make him a human being.
Yeah.
And I think that's how characters should be. So I just tried to be him. I answered. He answered all my questions that I had about him. And I just tried to be Elijah for that 5 weeks. So there was no trying to cry, there was no trying to. It's all about what would Elijah do? What would Elijah do? What would Elijah do? That was what it was for me. And BB gave me every material and every request. I had a lot of requests, by the way.
Like what? I'm intrigued.
I was put in the gym for a while because I had to my breath, the underwater scene. I had to learn good breath control. I was put in swimming. I had swimming lessons.
So you actually had to be underwater?
Yes. So he said he wanted at least 50 seconds straight underwater. Oh, I was able to do 2 minutes, by the way. By the
Bloody
time,
show off. What is wrong with you?
oh no, by the time we were about to film it, I was able to do 2 minutes straight.
Are you serious?
Yes, I couldn't believe it. So every day I add 3 seconds. Every day I add 3 seconds underwater. Every day when I was practicing. So if I do 30 seconds today, I do 33 the next day. I do 36 the next day. I kept doing it until I was able to do like 2 minutes. Bro, listen, there's nothing you cannot do in this life. You know, I think that's one thing being an actor has taught me. Like, you can actually do anything if you set your mind to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so BB gave me every material I needed, you know, to be Elijah. And I just tried to be him. You know, I tried to drop. I mean, there was a few elements of Chimezie Imo in him, of course, because they had few similarities. But I tried to drop as much Chimezie Imo as possible. And, you know, I just tried to be Elijah.
Interesting. I mean, now it makes sense because I mean, you could literally see that a lot of work was put into being this character, you know, and all of that. Well, what was the most challenging thing for you to play that role?
The most challenging thing, playing the role,
or just being the character in your words?
I mean, I'm a sucker of good challenge. If it's not challenging, it's not. It's just there. So no matter how challenging it was, I didn't see it as a challenge because for me, challenge is good. Why not? If not, you know. But I think one of the most challenging thing about the whole thing being Elijah is leading a big film like that.
Leading man.
Yes.
Bruh. Number one on the call sheet.
You know, it was a lot of pressure for me because not only was I acting, my voiceover
exactly
was all through the film.
Absolutely. I was going to come to that.
Yes. Thanks to BB who put, like, when we were doing the voiceover, we spent hours.
Was it after?
After the film, of course.
Okay.
Because I had to watch and you know. So I had to sound a certain way. I had to remember what Elijah sounded like, you know, and also knowing this is the voice that the audience hear first in the film.
And what
before anything comes up, you hear this voice. So it's very important what this person sounds like.
Yeah.
You know. So that was the pressure I had leading this very massive project.
Such a good film. Thinking about it, I'm just like, no. It's like a film you watch and you just have instant orgasms just by watching, like, you know, eye orgasms and all. Such a good film. You know, listen, it was too good.
Thank you.
When I saw it first, you know, obviously I didn't cry. You know, because I mean, you have
no tears left.
I'm like, bro, why am I crying? Everybody around was like, I'm like, why are y'all wailing? I know it's a good film, but when you watch it, you understand, you know, why all of those tears are happening. The cast members, you know, Genevieve, you guys seem to be such a cute pair. You know, you seem like you enjoy playing that a little too much with her. You want to walk me through that?
Genevieve is my guy. Look, Genevieve's very first film in Nollywood was with me.
Is it?
Way back in Enugu. That series never saw the light of day, unfortunately. Never got to see it. That was when she flew from the UK for the very first time to Enugu. And I came from Bauchi State. I went from school to Enugu with my red. She keeps teasing me with that. My red bag and my sunglasses. When I walked into the hotel where we were lodged and we met for the very first time, you know. And I was like, who is this girl she had everyone's lines. And she said, oh, wasn't I supposed to? I'm like, no.
What's your business?
She learned, like, that girl pushes me. She's one of the most serious actors that I've worked with. And when we're doing the screen test, chemistry test, because I read with a number of actresses that day, about 7 of them.
Popular names too?
No, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to do that. I mean, it's people we all know.
You tell me off camp.
I'll tell you off camp. You know, and she was the last. I remember she was the last. She came in quite late. She was the last, and
chemistry was just.
It was just there.
It was just jelly. It was like.
It didn't feel like acting. And I think that's one interesting thing about acting. Yeah. You know, it's about reacting, not acting. Listening to what I'm saying and reacting to it. And we have an already established screen. Chemistry. So it wasn't hard, you know. Even my film Strawberry Chini, I played with her, you know, because I didn't have a lot of time, you know. I said, like, Geneva, she's like one of the only people I already instantly
clicked with.
It's just you know, yeah. So it was amazing, and she's such a serious actor.
She is
such a serious. She takes her job so. Sometimes I'm like, Auntie, rest.
Yes.
Genevieve calls me because we lodged in the same hotel when we're filming BOL, and she would call me odd hours of the night. Mez, please come to my room. And I'm like, what is it? Sit. Opens the laptop. So I was watching this film, right? I think tomorrow maybe I'm like, really? I need to sleep, you know. So she's like that. She's
I
very
believe
serious.
you. I think it's a thing about those of us born on May 8th. There's just something about us,
Yes.
you know. But I mean, she's amazing, you know.
Amazing.
And your chemistry, you know, with BOL was just, you know, phenomenal.
And Uncle Wale also.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Uncle
that.
Wale is a G.
It felt too,
Yes.
you know.
Uncle Wale is a G. We rode to Ibadan together. We're in same vehicle together. When we come from script reading, costume fit, we're always together. Bibi made sure we're
You
always sitting
bonded.
together. We're always doing everything together. His room was next to mine. Sometimes we eat together because his mom lives in Ibadan, so
Oh.
they would bring food for him, and we would eat together. We would bond. We're always bonding. So his Uncle Wale is a 12-year-old. Trust me.
I saw him dancing at the after party at
He's a
AMVCA.
12-year-old.
I'm like, what is wrong with this man? Why is
Look,
it, you know?
forget about the beard to see. Is a child at heart. Such a cool guy, honestly.
Love it for you, Chimezie. Honestly, I think Breath of Life was, like everybody said, was such a breath of fresh air. And I think you needed it so much.
Yes.
Or the story actually needed you,
Yeah.
you know, in it. And, you know, it came out, you know, beautifully. If you were to go back to play that role, what is one thing you would do differently?
I haven't thought of that.
Mm.
But what I mean, it wouldn't be. I mean, if I was to play that role, I definitely would play it differently. You know, because I would see Elijah. I would have more insight about who Elijah is, especially now that I've seen the film. So if I'm to play it again, I would add a few more things. But there's one thing I would change about the film. A lot of scenes they don't make it to the final cut, and it broke our heart.
Is it?
Oh, you guys just watched half of what we shot. Yes, half of what we shot.
But that was already too long.
Yes, it would have been too long, of course. So they had to look. We filmed big scenes.
Are you serious? Tell me about one.
I'm talking party scenes of like 300 people.
What?
Yes, we had massive scenes in that film, and that's one thing I love about Baby Shashore. He doesn't care about a big scene. If it's
Yeah.
not moving the story forward,
Yeah.
he takes it out. You know, and
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. What was the scene that you did in this film that you're like, listen, while you were in that moment, you felt at that point that, listen, I'm Elijah at this point in time. And, you know, there are things you do, and, you know, the adrenaline that is running through you is just like, yo, listen, this is it, you know. Is there any scene like that that you know, you remember, you're like, oh, that was such a powerful scene that I shot?
yeah, okay. So I have my top three.
Tell
Let
me.
give you three, and for different reasons.
Tell me.
The scene with Elijah and Anna when Anna came into the room, and you know tried to seduce when
Yeah.
Elijah. Let's not give it out so much for those who haven't seen
Yeah.
it. And Elijah had that
Attack.
So the way it played out, that was not how the script was. Yes. So Genevieve and I, we kind of improvised, and Bibi goes, "These children again. Who asked you people to do? But I like it. We'll keep it. No problem." You know, the kiss that happened, it wasn't in the script. We were not supposed to kiss. You know, so it just happened. And when she planted the kiss, I felt it's only natural that I return it. It wasn't supposed to be so. You know, and it was a one take. That scene was a one take. If you
Stop
watch
it!
it was a medium shot. I think it was so good that Bibi did not use the close up.
Yeah.
So he stayed on us on the wide, and
Yeah.
like he has what he has it. He has what he was looking for.
Yeah.
That's one. Two,
I love that scene.
the underwater scene. I know that scene just made 7 seconds of the film, but I was in that pool from about 11 a.m. to about 8 p.m. at night. Yeah, my skin was pale. I remember.
Your hands were white.
My hands were white. I was shaking. You know, we had to get it right. And whenever I come out of the pool and try to go in, I get so cold. So they suggested that I maintain the water temperature. So it was really, really hard. And the funny thing, the pool I was rehearsing in was not the pool we shot in.
Come on now. Crazy.
Look, we shot in like a 11 feet pool. You know, so we had lifeguards around. Action, and I go in, and I'm there for seconds, and everybody's like,
Is he okay?
"Is he okay?
Is he
Is
breathing?
he okay? Is he?" And then I pop up. You know, we kept doing it over again. That scene was very, very difficult for me.
Aw.
Very difficult, and I liked it. I'm happy. And even when Bibi said, We might redo it if he doesn't, because that's how he is. We had reshoots.
Yeah.
Or we did some scenes again,
Yeah.
and I love him because if he goes to edit and he doesn't like what he's saying, we come back. I'm like, I'm ready to come back to do it. What's what doing is what doing well. Yeah. And then the scene where Elijah hears about the sad story about it.
Oh my God! Listen, that scene. Hey,
That scene.
I said
broke
this
me.
boy they act. I said what?
That
Such
scene.
like, bruh. It was instant. It was as though it was waiting for it to actually just happen, and then I'm just like, no, that's it, guys.
That scene broke me because I
Oh.
put myself, and even as actors, I try not to put myself in a
Character.
hard mental place. It's hard to get out of,
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes actors use tear stick. You need a tear out because what I envisioned at that time was losing my dad, and before filming, I had not seen him in a while. I'd not seen my dad in a while, and he lives in Lagos here, and he has been asking me to come home. I've been working, and I just imagine waking up from sleep and hearing he was dead. And I went into that place, and it was hard. Even after they said cut, they had to let me be for a while, because I'd gotten into that place, and I started regret. I'm like, shouldn't have. We have other things to shoot for the day. Now I'm messed up, So yeah, so that was another very interesting one.
Oh, that scene was so beautiful too. The tears and
Thank
all
you.
of that.
That was another one take too.
Yeah.
We had to just stay
Yo,
there because you can't
you're
do
just being
that.
proud. You're just
No,
being
no.
proud.
There's some things you cannot. It's hard to.
Boy, please.
to
You're just
do
being proud.
again.
Like, listen, I'm a one take God.
No. That's not what I mean. Like
But
that's
it's fine. But I mean, if you're a one take God, it's okay. It's fine to be a one take God, And for me, at the end of the day, when I hear, I think when people hear the work that actors actually have to put in to make characters come to life, they would appreciate the characters a bit more.
Right.
Because I mean, for people just think it's just showing up on screens and acting, it's not. Like some people actually really have to do their homework and literally do research and just take themselves to places they probably don't even want to be, just to ensure that a character comes on board. Like we heard your story now and stuff that you actually had to do to make the character come up alive. I'm sure like people will definitely get to appreciate the character a bit more and all. Happy for you, man. Congratulations on Breath of Life once again.
Thank you so much.
And just an amazing outing. Is there anything you're working on at the moment? Do you want to share?
Yes, I am. Well, I don't want to give this out yet. Ooh.
NDA.
Yeah, not. So I'm producing something else,
Ooh.
and it's. Oh no, I can't say this.
Why not? Tell me.
1 minute.
Not him going to check.
Wait.
No, you're going to check.
So I'm producing. I'm making something.
What are you making?
Something bigger than Strawberry Chin. Just there.
An actual film
Yeah,
or a series?
a film.
A film. Ooh, where's it going?
It's an international project. Yeah. Please delete this part. I shouldn't have said this.
No, I'm excited for
Yeah.
you. I mean, we don't know what platform or what.
Yeah. So we're still in post production.
Post production. You've shot already.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna beg you for a role.
We should have, but it's just been hush.
Oh, that's interesting, Chimezie. I'm so happy for you. When is it
Thank
coming out?
We don't know yet. We're still trying to make it the best that our fans can possibly,
Such a good timing, actually. I mean,
Right.
with the new rave, you gained how many followers in like?
Look, more than I haven't gained in my 6 years of Instagram. It's crazy in 24 hours. It's anything. Look. Anything can happen to anybody at any time.
Yeah.
And don't, bro. Because I was at 69K before the night of the award.
It's a lie.
I'm not playing, and I'm in 153 right now.
Stop. You probably get 200 before the money runs out.
I'm like, how? Like
Something you've been. I
like,
know.
I mean, I don't really, care so much about
Yeah.
it, because I just love the art, but it's quite important,
Yeah.
People are
Of
appreciating
course.
you, people are
Of
seeing
course.
you. People are,
Also, now I hear that in
you
your industry, they look at numbers. Like,
Yes,
what numbers do you have?
yes,
Can you pull numbers
because
for us?
Film has to sell. You wouldn't blame producers for doing that. These films have to sell because films are mostly personally funded. So numbers have become quite important, which kinda shouldn't be, but it's where we are now. But
Yeah. Interesting. What do you think about YouTube films?
I think that's a great platform, And I remember a producer reaching out to me one day and saying, "Hi, I'm sorry, don't be angry." I say, "Okay, go ahead. I'm not trying to talk down on you, but please." I say, "What is it? Just say. Do you do YouTube films?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not? Why did you think I'm going to be offended by that? I'm an actor. I don't care what your film is. Look, YouTube is a platform.
The story is good.
Just like the Netflix, the Prime, the
HBO,
local stations, YouTube. I'm an actor. I act wherever you think you want to take your project. Why not? It's just about being intentional about the project.
Yeah.
Don't just think YouTube fans are dummies who would take any crowd you put out there, because there are human beings who watch stuff on HBO. There are human beings who see great stuff. So yeah.
How much would it have to have a Chimezie Imo on your set? How much do I need to have a Chimezie Imo on my set?
I like money, first of all.
Of course, you're an Igbo boy. What?
I like money.
Proper Igbo boy.
Because I like money. So we'll have that conversation when you speak to my people. But please just have money, please. I want to do the work so bad, but I've got bills to pay.
These are not the days of exposure anymore. Because you worked hard and you. Because if you said 7 years ago, listen, I don't have plenty money. This is how much I have. Come and do it. I'm sure you definitely do it. But now, you have all you probably want to.
But I'm a very reasonable person. I I always like to work with young filmmakers.
Yeah.
All the time. Young filmmakers who don't have some. I like to work with them because that's who I am. I'm a young filmmaker who no one almost gave it a shot at. Until. So I like to work with young filmmakers. Just be open to collaborating. I think that's one problem that I've sort of have. You don't have so much money, but you don't want to share it when or if it comes. It's the problem I have. I'm like, okay, you don't have so much right now. I could do it for Uber fare. When it comes, can I have some percentage? When it comes? And then you say no. That means it's not about the money. You're just a greedy person, and that's the problem that I have. My film and my company, we have a rule to always share back ends to all the top actors.
Amazing.
Yeah. Genevieve has a back end for Strawberry Chini, the cinematographer, the director, the colorist. Myself as an actor.
That's dope.
Yes, even the one we just did, we gave back end to all the actors, all the top actors, because we want that to be a practice in Nollywood. It's possible.
Yeah.
And Chris Ode gave me my first back end in Choke without me asking.
Amazing.
And I'm like, wait, so this is actually possible?
Yeah.
It's actually possible.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so why is this not happening?
Yeah.
And I just hope and pray that filmmakers, start doing that, because that's one of the ways actors can make. You don't have to beg them to post. It's there. They know that it's my film. You're an automatical associate producer. So when the trailer is out, I don't have to beg you, hey, post now. Post trailer, now it's your film. You come to set like you're coming for your project.
Come on.
You have a stake in it forever, for the rest of your life.
Yes. I agree.
And that's one of the ways you can get the best from your crew and from your cast.
Yeah.
You don't have to shout.
Yeah.
You don't have to shout. Yeah.
I agree. Amazing stuff. I love the way you think. Before I let you go, is there anybody in the industry that you really want to share the screen with that you haven't shared with already?
I don't want. There's so many, but I like to work with talents. I like talented people. I like to work with talents. Honestly, you don't have to be the biggest actor per se.
Yeah. So is there anybody in mind, like a name?
There's so many. Ezekiel Daniel from Blood Vessel.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's
good. I like to work with him. Adobe
good.
Also. I like to work more with Uzo Makanuno, my person.
Amazing.
I like to do so much with Uzo.
Uzo is phenomenal. Jesus
phenomenal.
Christ.
Yeah. Phenomenal. I love her so much. Osas, I like to do something with Osas sometime. Gabriel Afolanyo. Listen, if anybody is watching this, put me and Gabriel in a film. I'm begging you people in the name of God.
I'll let him know.
I'm begging you people in the name of God. Don't pay. Okay, you patient, but I really like to work with him.
I think
he's one of the greatest actors we have in Hollywood.
He's amazing. Gabriel actually is
I think
such
he's
a
one of
dope
the
actor.
We did Castle together, but we never had
yeah.
a scene together.
Yeah.
We never even met on set.
Yeah, yeah.
I like to work with him,
Yeah.
and a number of them.
Yeah.
Kende Bankole is there.
Yeah.
Genevieve Inaji. I like with Genevieve Inaji.
She's not acting anymore. You all should rest. She
would-
has left the
but-
industry for you people.
I'll bring her out of retirement.
Okay.
Please.
Genevieve was like, no, you guys, I'm done with all of that drama. I just want to live a soft life now.
I really like to
Yeah.
do something with her someday.
Yeah. Honestly, you know, these things are very possible. Like you said, anything's possible. Your life can literally change in like a matter of hours, you know. Something just happens and then, you know. And I'm hoping that you have the very best career. I'm rooting for you really as an actor, as a producer, you know, as somebody who's just doing exceptional work in the industry, you know, and let drop tips on what we should do to actually look as young as you are.
Yes.
I mean, you're 32 and you're looking like you're... Tell us what you are doing so that we'll start doing it.
I'm minding my business, so in this life, focus on your focus.
That's what people like to see. You know, but Chimezie, it's been great chatting with you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I've had the best time chatting with you and just catching up with you and what's up with you. And, you know, like I said earlier, I wish you the very best, you know, life has to offer. You guys follow Chimezie Imo on socials at Chimezie_Imo, right?
Yes.
Across all social media platforms?
Yes.
Everywhere. Follow him and just be part of his success story. He has a lot coming soon. You guys already heard the movie's coming. You know, probably a wedding announcement. So everybody's getting married now.
See?
Everybody's getting married.
I love it for them.
Scream. Thank you for watching this week's episode. Follow us across social media platforms at Popcorn_10. Of course, this is Pop Central. I'll leave you with this. My name is Grandprince. I see you at work.